Hey guys, I thought I'd come on real quick and answer Tiffany's question because some of y'all might be feeling the same way. Her question was, what's your go-to afternoon pick-me-up? She said, I'm not a tea drinker and typically have Crystal Light with caffeine around 2. I'm guessing Crystal Light is a no-no on 21 Day Fix. And like I said, ideally, if you can do without it, no. Especially for your first round or two, the cleaner you can eat and drink, and that means staying away from anything overly processed or chemically altered, that's the artificial sweeteners and everything, the better. Um, the second part of that answer is if that's the only thing you do wrong, if you can guarantee me that that's the only thing you're going to do wrong, um, and you just need to have it, then okay. But don't make it I've got to have it every time I drink my water. Um, that's where I was going to go with all of this is biggest question back to you, and it's kind of rhetorical and deciding a good answer for this. But why are you needing the 2 o'clock pick me up? Is it because you're not getting enough sleep? I'll be honest, I am still a work in progress on that one. I still don't get enough sleep. And so there are times when I find myself not getting enough sleep. So first answer there, get more sleep. Is it because you actually are just thirsty? Are you dehydrated? Have you had enough water? On the plan and the program, what we ideally, they say, is take your body weight and divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking in a day. So how far along in your water intake are you for the day? You might find that normally by 2 o'clock, you haven't even had half of your water yet, and maybe, honestly, you're just dehydrated. And so drink some water, see how you feel, see if that, like, kind of just feeling of hydration and feeling fuller still keeps you having that craving. Third, as you clean up your diet and cut out a lot of the overly processed things, and you're getting a lot better quality nutrients fueling your body and getting your exercise in daily and everything like that, you probably are going to realize you're getting a lot more or having a lot more energy in your day. So that 2 o'clock crash or lull or drag or whatever you want to call it, might not be as much of a problem anymore. Now, granted, in the first week, maybe even 2, as you're adjusting to this, it could even hit you a little harder because your body's kind of going through a detox mode. But just know that that will change some. But like I said, if that's the only thing you're going to do wrong, then if you do that once a day or something like that, it's not the end of the world. Ideally, no, keep that stuff out. If you just feel like you need something, but you said you're not a tea drinker, but doing something like green tea with like flavored stevia or something like that. They have, and stevia, so as non-sugar, artificial sweeteners or non-refined white sugar options go, calorie-free, let's put it that way, more calorie-free type options. Stevia is the only one that's pretty much allowed, or monk fruit, but because they're more natural. But still, stevia, if you get the powdered processed stuff, isn't the best for you. Using something like this, the clear drops, they haven't had to process it as much and put it with binding agents and to turn it into little packets of powder. So something like this, and I know this brand makes different flavors. So if you would do tea, or even if you wanted to do like an iced coffee, maybe a little less concentrated iced coffee or something, and put a flavored stevia drop or something like that in there, that might help you through. Personally, I can tell you what I do, what gets me more through the day, and I'm not trying to be salesy here, is honestly what I'm doing right now, my Shakeology. That in this lull, in this, between anywhere between 2:30 and even 4:30, can be when I start having that, like, okay, it's been a long day, or oh, I'm kind of getting hungry, whatever, and that makes me feel full. It also kind of gives me that extra something, and then I realize, like, I don't need the extra something. If I do need something, especially if I'm going to work out in the afternoon, I actually, there's another product that I use that doesn't have the artificial sweeteners in it, and the caffeine content is from green tea and coffee bean extract, and that is actually Energize. And I can just do a scoop of that, and depending on the day, sometimes I'll just do half a scoop. I won't even use a full scoop, and some water, and do that before I work out. And that's Energize. You can, if you're interested, I can tell you more about it, or you can go on Beachbody's website and find out. The only other thing I drink on occasion, but it does have sucralose in it and xylitol. So I've actually gotten away from not drinking it every single day like I used to, just because of the kind of, a study has shown, like, the kind of gut issues that kind of stuff can cause. With people with sensitive gut, like, I don't have particularly sensitive one, but just I've more and more keeps coming out about anything artificial. So if you need to sweeten with stuff, the natural options of raw sugar, honey, molasses, maple syrup, or agave are recommended, and then if not, stevia is allowed. But I know you're thinking more of on the caffeine content. So like I said, think more about, is it you're dehydrated? Is it because you're hungry? Is it because you didn't sleep? Are you noticing a difference because of working out, or whatever else it might be? Look at those options. But if you really need something, and that's the only other option, or that's the only other thing you're going to do, and you need it, okay. But, if you can, and you can try to cut it out, or try to do it only every other day, or every other day, and see if you can kind of detox your body from needing that, you'll actually, like I said, come to realize you probably don't need it the same way. But like I said, the biggest deal with the artificial sweeteners is just because they're chemically altered, because it's something else that you're putting in your body that your body doesn't need. The triggers that it can induce of you, it actually can sometimes make you feel like you need something else because your body's not getting a nutrient from it, and so then you actually end up being hungrier, and wanting to grab that other junky stuff because you didn't get the nutrient value from what your body's being triggered to think it's having with the artificial sweeteners. But there's my long and short and anywhere in between kind of answer for all of that. I hope that kind of clears a little bit up, and if you want to talk more, feel free to ask, or we can chat whenever. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.